Well, hello there. Welcome, welcome. You probably noticed this isn't a full service, but I just wanted to kind of do a little devotional. Some of you may have heard that I tested positive for COVID-19 on Wednesday, and it might not have been too bad, except for that it turns out that I got strep throat at the same time. So that's a lot of fun. Two of them together? Yeah, no, it's not. I don't recommend it. I was thinking, as a kid, I hated taking naps. I deplored them. Why would you want to waste all this wonderful daylight time? There's so much to do. But still, I had to do it. But then you get older and naps become a luxury, which you don't get to enjoy too often because, well, like us, we had four children. And like I said, it was a luxury that didn't come along too often. Well, now I have to stay quarantined up in my room, and now I can't enjoy it. Life's not fair sometimes, is it? But I am thankful that the sickness didn't affect me too badly. I have reasons to be thankful, and I do feel blessed for the outpouring of concern I received, the wonderful notes and emails and so forth. It's been wonderful. So thank you all out there who's been very kind in expressing your concern and well wishes. But getting back to this business of growing older. I was driving back from the urgent care on Wednesday after getting tested, and despite hearing the news that I was positive with COVID, I just couldn't help but notice how beautiful the landscape was. Driving through the country, fields were newly harvested, the sun was just at that right level where it was casting a special glow over the landscape. The trees, of course, the leaves were changing, red and orange and purple and all that. It's just so beautiful. It reminded me of just like, this has got to be like heaven at some point, I don't know. But it reminded me of a stand-up comedian I was listening to at the same time. And he was going off about fall. And he was saying how crazy people get about fall sometimes. Ooh, I love the fall. I love pumpkin spice. It's everywhere. Look how beautiful the trees are, the colorful leaves, even though it means that they're dying and they're going to fall to the ground and be gone. But hey, look how beautiful it is. I don't know, but it made me think kind of the truth of that. It is a sign that the leaves are coming into the end of their time. And, I reflected on how lives are like that. I've met many people in our community since I've been here in Hudson, Michigan over the past year and 3 months-ish. And some of this, we're an older congregation in many respects, but they're so amazing. That's just it. People get older, and the older they get, the more beautiful they get. Somebody might say, well, that's my experience, grumpy old curmudgeon people. Well, I guess there's some people like that, I'm sure, but you could say the same for anybody at any age, really, if you think about it. As we get older, those mundane things that seem so important to us while we were younger, how people think about us, what they might be saying about us, or how they look at us, that kind of fades a little bit to the background. It becomes less important. And the things that are more important come to the forefront of our lives and become more important. The love of our families, those special moments really stand out. The relationships with our spouse, the cherished times with our friends become so special. Showing kindness to the neighbors and getting closer to God. And even we have the thought of passing on to the next life. It becomes more welcome and less worrisome. The thought of living in heaven in eternal bliss with our loved ones becomes something we look forward to. Younger people can tend to look on hair turning gray as something to look down on or worry about when, well, what if that happens to them? I was guilty. Well, guess what? It's coming. Even I go get my haircut at the barber and I'm like, Harold, when did you bleach my hair? Well, I guess there's hair color, plenty of hair color to go around, but I can appreciate it, but I just can't do it. I don't know. But anyway, it says in Proverbs 16:31, gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained by a righteous life, And in Job it says, is not wisdom found among the aged? Does not long life bring understanding? Sure, it may bring some pain and aches and trouble with health, but it brings a beauty to this world also. The autumn of life is beautiful, and it can bring joy to so many. It brings wisdom, it brings understanding and comfort, especially through grandparents. I was very lucky to have wonderful grandparents in my life. In fact, here's a photo I want to share with you of my last living grandparent. I'll pull her up here if I can. There we go. That's my grandma. Her name is Mary Lou, and guess what her last name is? Speaking of fall, it's Falls. So that's very apropos, I think. But Grandma Falls will be 97 next month. And she's going pretty strong. She didn't have a perfect life, and there were hard times, but that's most every life. And that's why wisdom is there, that beauty of experience that we have. And, well, I guess I can share also, the good news is also that she brought this beautiful woman into the world. That's my mom. And my mom is wonderful. She's given me so much. I had to put that in there and score some points. But again, not a perfect life, but who has a perfect life? But just, she's given me so much, and I'm so thankful for that experience that she shares. Anyway, Grandma still takes the time to write letters and send cards and packages. She writes poetry, and she brings joy to so many people around her. She's the perfect example of how someone gets even more beautiful the older they get. So in fall, we can look at the beauty of the season and just enjoy it. We can enjoy the colors while they last, the smell of that wood smoke in the air. Enjoy the fresh apple cider and passing out candy at Halloween to the children, and let it help us to remember that in the autumn of life, there can be so much joy to be found, whether we are in that time ourselves or we know someone that we can spend time with who's having that time in their life and experience that beauty while we can. Amen. Well, I'll see you soon. Next week we'll be back, God willing, with a regular service, and just thank you for spending a little time with me, a few moments here, and have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. God bless you all. Take care.